coming with me.
I'm late. I'm late. I'm late, come on, I'm late. I'm late. I'm fucking late.
I don't know. Sometimes, I guess.
Pretty scary.
You wanna go look at it?
You look good. Thank you.
Well, I think it'll be incorporated maybe.
That's a 1.
call this?
Valid.
What do you call this?
Valid. Valid.
What do you call this?
Valid. 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 Valid.
What are you doing for lunch? What are you doing for lunch?
Of course.
What are you doing for lunch? For lunch? For lunch?
Of course. Of course.
What do you mean, yes and no?
Of course.
What do you mean, yes and no?
Of course. Of course.
No calls. No calls.
I don't think this is getting us anywhere.
Not so hot, really. Hot. Not so hot, really. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course.
I don't know.
Yeah, I heard.
I don't know.
Yeah, I heard.
Nikki two. Nikki two.
I don't know.
Yeah, I heard.
I don't know.
Nikki two.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for coming. We're very happy to present this project to you. It was created here in the canton of Zurich in Spiegelberg, in the house that Peter Mettler lives in. And we've been there quite a few days, isolated, just the three of us, a filmmaker, a musician, and an anthropologist, working together. And now we are bringing our invention out of the laboratory for the first time. So it's going to be a little bit experimental. What Peter is doing is mixing pre-existing images together with a lot of parameters in a very complex, I think, new way. So just so that you know that it is being created as you see it. This is a live improvisation. One way of understanding something is to modify it. That's one of the reasons for modifying consciousness, to study it. Gaining knowledge from modified consciousness is an old human trick.
I think it's a weather balloon.
Looks like a giant light bulb.
Is it some sort of telecommunication thing?
Ladies and gentlemen of Melbourne, this year we have something extremely special.
Solar equation is a sun. It's an artificial sun that is, in fact, 100 million times smaller than the real thing.
Solar equation is based on live mathematical equations. I know it sounds very nerdy, but basically what it means is that it's not videos that are just looping and repeating themselves. They're actual equations that describe the way in which fluids flow on the surface of the sun. And we've worked closely with NASA to make sure that these simulations are as faithful as possible to the real thing. Basically this tethered aerostat, a balloon with 14-meter diameter, the largest in the world, and it's been projected on by projectors all around that are showing the behaviors and the sort of turbulence that you get from the solar surface itself. So solar flares, sunspots, all the kind of turbulence that you see is what you get in this maquette. As part of the research of this project, I've learned a lot about the sun. I mean, not only does it generate all of the elements in our periodic table, so it's not just that it gives us light, it gives us all of the different chemical compounds in the universe, but it also has seasons. It's an 11-year cycle. So the only cheating that we've done in this project is we've compressed those 11 years into 5 minutes. The project is interactive with an application that works on iPads, iPod Touches, and iPhones. And it's basically a free piece of software that allows you to set the different parameters of the equations. But more importantly, I think, is the possibility for you to actually caress the surface of your device, which puts you in direct touch with what you're seeing in the balloon.
Rafael's work always is brilliantly technological, always based in science, but it always has wonderful heart, and that's what the Light in Winter has been about. It's not just a light show, you know, it's also very much about connecting with community. His mum and dad were nightclub owners. For him, the party, the meaning of the work is actually in the people who come there.
It somehow warms you, even though it obviously has no warmth, but it's got a lovely quality to it. It's quite spectacular.
It's the most fascinating thing I've ever seen here, better than the fireworks even.
I think it's absolutely beautiful for Fed Square because it tends to be quite a cold place in wintertime, and this is going to really warm the area.
Children, and it is about upholding the ideal that in this past, will the church continue to perform the civil aspect of wedding ceremonies?
Life is too short to be out and happy.
And neither is it to notice that he has completely failed to articulate a case for how you can fly the flag of child welfare and yet do harm to children with this restriction. If it was the case...
I was raised by my mother's, and I'm 26 years old now, and the intended consequence of arguing against marriage equality is that families like mine are left in a sort of illegal vulnerable, and the fact is that there are lesbian women and gay men
and they're dealing with children in trouble every day, and they're thinking yes, what isn't good for those children.
It's not that we're saying marriage is only about children, but in the context of this particular debate, the key question has to do with
marriages, and I'm quoting, about much more.
What I'm calling on people to do is to think very carefully about changing the meaning of marriage in our constitution.
You have equal respect. Moved beyond false negative views of lesbian and gay people, where we've entered the 21st century.
for thousands of years have actually used human tragedy as a form of entertainment. And so the term Roman holiday comes from the poet Byron in reference to the events in the Roman Colosseums, such as the gladiators killing each other. So a Roman holiday means when people gather to watch the suffering of others. So the intention of this, it's not just meant to be a technical piece. I'm much more concerned with sort of the moralistic aspect of it, which is, will this normal person press the button? And basically everybody does. And in essence, that person is like the gladiator. And all of us are really like the audience in the Roman Colosseum.
When once the story has begun, we listeners find ourselves in an eternal present. The time in the story goes beyond, far beyond, the time of the telling. The abyss of mysteries is now inside us.